Welcome back to Fast Track. I'm Bree Swartz. Up next in sports, the Super Bowl is this Sunday, and we have a profile on one Purdue fan. Plus, we'll have a look at the Purdue wrestling team. They're ranked number 3 in the Big Ten. And then we'll send it to Eric in the studio.
Let's jump right into things with one of the most watched sporting events of the year, Super Bowl Sunday. While the Arizona Cardinals are making their debut in the Super Bowl history, some are calling them the biggest underdogs ever. And many Boilermakers seem in agreement to choose the Pittsburgh Steelers as the favorite. We meet up with one Steelers fan who has no doubts on his decision when it comes to game time on Sunday.
Football fans around campus are getting ready for Super Bowl weekend. I caught up with superfan Joe Perello.
I would say I'm definitely the biggest Steeler fan on campus, no doubt about it.
His Steelers will take on the Arizona Cardinals this Sunday in Tampa Bay, Florida. Perello hasn't played football since his high school days, but he does everything he can do to help the Steelers win.
Superstitions, way too many, way too many. Well, I've been growing a beard since the beginning of the playoffs. I don't normally look this bad. I've been using this towel, this terrible towel, since the beginning of the playoffs. I get a new one every playoffs.
His superstitions have worked thus far during the season and during the playoffs, so why not continue them? With his superstitions continuing and his confidence peaking, Perello offers his analysis and prediction for the game.
Predicted score? I'm gonna say Willie Parker breaks out, gets 2 touchdown runs. The defense holds. Kurt Warner, Larry Fitzgerald, they're good for a touchdown or 2. I'm gonna say 27-14 Pittsburgh.
Now we'll look at some highlights from the last 2 women's basketball games.
Last week, the Boilermakers took on Minnesota, staying loose in front of the home crowd. Early on, a big defensive block by Lindsey Wisdom Hilton to keep Sharon Versip happy. Afterwards, Minnesota is able to hit a couple of threes due to some good ball movement, but the Boilermakers, led by Kiki Freeman, were just too much. Here she is, cleaning up after a miss by Wisdom Hilton and cleaning up with a deuce of her own. Next, there's a turnover from Howell to Freeman, easy left-handed layup. Next, there's another turnover, this time a steal by Lindsey Wisdom Hilton, out to Freeman again, but this time she passes the sugar out to Jody Howell for the easy left-handed layup. Boilermakers would go on to win the game 56-43. Freeman led the team with 12 points. In Sunday's action, the Boilermakers faced the number 19 Ohio State Buckeyes. This time they'd be decked out in their old Purdue gold. There's Freeman again, going inside and right back out to Bogdanova for 3. But Ohio State just found ways to answer all game as they hit a 3 right there. One major bright spot for Purdue was Lindsey Wisdom Hilton, who established inside president right there and played court general also, finding Jody Howell in the corner for the open 3. But Ohio State was able to continue its Big Ten dominance with a 71-60 win over the Boilermakers.
The Purdue wrestling team was nationally recognized last Tuesday for the first time in 5 years, with the team's highest ever finishes at the Cliff Keen Las Vegas Invitational and the Midlands Championships. The Boilermakers' top 25 ranking is much deserved. The team stands strong at 3rd in the Big Ten Conference with 4 Boilers holding national ranking. The leaders of the pack include senior Jake Pattisol, ranked 7th in the country at 149 pounds, and sophomores Luke Manuel, ranked 9th in 165 pounds, AJ Kissel, ranked 14th at 184 pounds, and Logan Brown, ranked 13 at 197 pounds. Come check out the Boilermakers as they take on Illinois this Friday at 7 o'clock in the second meet of the Big Ten duels.
After defeating Indiana State University 179-139, the Purdue men's and women's track and field teams grabbed their 14th consecutive Gene Edmonds Cup last Saturday. Other victories of the day include senior Renee Harvey clocking a career best time of 8.43 seconds in the women's 60-meter hurdles, making her the second all-time high at Purdue. Ben Pax added his name to the NCAA provisional list by clearing the 5.20 meter to top the men's pole vault. Senior Ben Harpenal and sophomore Josh Himbro climbed their way to the top of the national list, with Harpenal ranking 7th in the men's pole vault with a toss of 19.85 meters, while Himbro ran a 7.81 in the men's 60-meter hurdles, claiming 3rd place in the country. See if the Boilermakers will continue their winning streak next weekend at Notre Dame's Mayo Invitational.
And now we'll head to the weather team for the National Weather Report.
We had quite a major snowstorm push through the eastern side of the United States earlier this week, and things are going to calm down for the weekend, at least until Monday. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. But for Saturday, we see there's a cold front out west that can bring some showers to the area and maybe some snow up north. In the Great Plains region, we see a high pressure system is dominating the area, keeping them a little bit warmer and on the dry side. Out to the east, we see some very cold temperatures in the main region, but nice and sunny and warm down south near Florida. Taking a look at Sunday, we see a high pressure system moves in, keeping that area dry. A little bit of snow chances up north in Montana and some cooler temperatures too. Nice and pleasant though in the Phoenix area. However, in the Midwest, we see that the cold front has pushed into the area, bringing a wintry mix of some weather up in the Great Lakes region and possibly overnight Sunday, some snow showers for the Midwest. Now, if you're one of the lucky ones, you might be heading down south to Florida for the Super Bowl 43. It is Arizona Cardinals versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it's in Tampa, Florida, which is a perfect place. The kickoff temperature is going to be 62 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's going to be winds out of the east, just a nice 9 miles per hour, so it'll be perfect weather for a Super Bowl. Now, taking a look at what we should expect later into the week, we see there's going to be a major system that could be moving in on Monday and Tuesday, and it looks like it could be just as bad as what we saw earlier this week. Right now, though, the track is uncertain. We see there's quite a few possibilities of where the storms could head, and this could bring major snowfall and icing, just like we saw the last couple days. It is possible that this could push even further west, bringing it into the Midwest, so we will be keeping an eye on that, so you should keep an eye on it too. For the Fast Track Weather Team, I'm Samantha Wild, send it back to the studio.
In recent news for other Purdue sports, men's basketball edged out the Wisconsin Badgers 64-63 on Tuesday with the help of 2 late free throws by Juwan Johnson. Men's swimming and diving won big in their last meet against Michigan State and will continue their campaign at Minnesota tonight. Women's swimming and diving will also meet at Minnesota tonight to face Illinois. Men's tennis will bring their 0-1 record back to West Lafayette to face Western Michigan on Saturday at 2 p.m. Finally, women's tennis, who suffered a 6-1 defeat to Tennessee on Sunday, will look to get back on track at 10 a.m. on Saturday at home against Maryland.
Coming up next, we'll look at exciting events around campus with this community calendar. Please stay tuned.
Do you like to sword fight? Well, if you like to sword fight, like these two, then you might want to join the Purdue Fencing Club. The club accepts anyone who's had no experience at all to well-seasoned fencers. They work with a variety of different styles, the most prevalent being saber. If this sounds interesting to you, then contact Paul Swenson at pswenson@purdue.edu for more details on joining.